Thank you so much, everyone. This is Ed Mauriziak of East Toronto Living. I'm the man in the chair, and today, we've got some reporting from Bloomberg and about the condo market. Now, the question is the condo market in a free fall crash? Or is it going to be a big opportunity for, people who know when to take advantage of a good deal? If you want to know about this, stay tuned. All right, before I continue, if this is valuable to you, if you're getting value and if you're getting good information, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment because it helps the channel grow and it creates engagement and I get ideas. And it means the world to me. I'd be very grateful. Also, if you have any questions about real estate in general, anything at all, and if you're thinking of buying or selling or investing, here's again my contact info. And let's get on a Zoom call if you're from out of town, or let's meet for coffee. I love meeting people for coffee. We've been making a lot of coffee appointments lately, so. Let's just keep them coming. I want to meet all you folks, and it'd mean the world to me to help you out. And I really want your business. And let's find you some real estate that really works for you. Okay. Now the question is here. Oh well, hey, okay. Well, let's start with the first thing right off. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the red elephant in the room. You've seen I'm wearing all my red. It says Red Day and red here. So I'm a Keller Williams realtor. Every year on May 8th, today is Red Day, and that's when we give back we spend the whole day, we give back to the community. Today, we're going to be doing a charity car wash here just at Carlaw and Leslie and Eastern, and there's a gas station right on the corner there, just north of the Tim Hortons. We're going to be washing cars, and we're going to be accepting donations, and that's going to be going to a local charity, to the Salvation Army Men's. Let me just give you the exact. I'm just going to give you the exact place here. Yes, here it is. Okay, the car wash is going to take place at the Eastern gas station. Amco Gas Bar at 759 Eastern Avenue, and it's benefiting the Salvation Army New Hope's Men's Shelter at 29 Leslie Street. So you can dig this. There you go. There's the flyer. So I'm just gonna hold that up. Okay. So now that we got that, that's why I'm dressed in my red stuff. So other than my usual attire. So now that we got that out of the way. All right, is the condo market in trouble? Because there's certainly a lot of bad press about condominiums, and what about the real estate? What about the real estate market in general? Well, as it happens, the market, the April 2025 stats have come out, and why don't we tackle the numbers first? Because they're often a good indicator, and we can unpack that, and I'll do some dissecting, and we'll just we could talk about it. Okay, well, firstly, in the GTA, there have been 5,600 homes. So actually, 5,601 homes were sold. A lot of those were in the freehold, semi-detached realm, and fewer of those were condos. I think less than 40%, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, that's down 23% from last year at this time. So that's a significant drop. 18,836 properties were listed, and that's up 8.1% from last year over year. So this time last year, April 2024, we've reported more listings. So that's on top of all the listings that are sitting. Now, I watched a video. I don't have the link because it was a video, but it was a Bloomberg, Toronto, Bloomberg, Canada, and they were interviewing Ron Butler from Butler Mortgages, and he's a pretty smart guy. I watched him quite often. He's usually on the ball, but we're now with condominiums. We're at a 1 year inventory. So what that means is there's been condos that were listed 11, 12 months ago that are still sitting. So we have 1 year of inventory. We have way too many condos sitting on the market. A lot of those were new construction, and building has basically halted. And but the bulk of these properties that are sitting are under 500 square feet. So I mean, think about that. That's just basically a little bit bigger than a hotel room. And I mean, that's the problem. I mean, these were built for speculators, for investors, and at the time they were a good buy, But essentially, if you bought 3 years ago, your condominium is worth less now. So if you bought a pre-construction, or if you bought something 500, and actually the rule in Toronto is anything 250 square feet or more can be built. So basically, 250 square feet is the size of a hotel room. And so, I mean, 500 is you're basically a very small plus one, if not maybe maybe a one bedroom, very teeny though. So that's been the majority of the properties that have been sitting, because two bedroom condos are actually moving reasonably well. I mean, 38% of the condo market, 31% of condos that have sold are two bedroom, and basically those 0 bedrooms or bachelors or whatever you want to call them, studios, little. I have a not so euphemistic term for them. I'm not going to say it on the air, but less than actually 1.65% of the condo market of those have sold. So I'm going to put the numbers up here. And that's that's pretty scary for a condo owner, that if you're looking to sell, I mean, we really got to sit tight, and hopefully you can get a tenant in there. Or if you're living in there, stay there for the time being, because it's not looking like the condo market is going to recover. That being said, freehold properties, semi-detached properties, detached homes, townhomes that are freehold, are even condo or townhome condominiums are actually quite popular. They're affordable. They're people, they're good size. I did a video some months ago about townhomes being a hot tamale a couple months back. And they still are, because they're affordable, and they're big enough that you could buy one townhome once and live in it for the rest of your life. Pretty much, if it's if you can manage the stairs, if it's not one of those one room is on one floor, and then you got four levels and they're all just one room. But if it's a 2-level. You could make a townhome your forever home. I mean, why not? You've got the grass being looked after. You got snow shoveling looked after. You've got teeny maintenance fees usually, and they'll cover the roof and all that. So they're a good buy, really, when if you get a good one, and there's a lot of good ones too. So I mean, if you got questions, call me. We'll go and have a look at some if that's what you're looking for. But but right now, what I'm seeing is freehold and semi-detaches and detached homes they're holding their value. I mean, the overall drop in the market was actually is 4.1% in value for this time last year, and that's the condo market dragging the that number down. I mean, if the condo, if it was just freehold, properties, that number would probably have gone up maybe a little bit. but I don't have the stats for that right now. I'm looking at my Treb, and they don't seem to have that broken up. But the average selling price of a home in Toronto is $1,107,463, which is down 4.1%. So again, Mr. Butler from Butler Mortgages also reported that the bulk the 416 basically here in the city hasn't been affected that much by all the tariffs and so forth. But out in the 905s, in Durham and out in Hamilton Way and all that, the market has been considerably affected. Up north, I've mentioned many times I have an investment property out in Collingwood, and it's a condo townhouse, by the way. And then that property out there has dropped a lot in price since I bought it, sadly. But it's still a good rental market up there. So at least that is I got going for me. At any rate, there's a few things to unpack here. We are also one thing that Ron Butler mentioned, and he's not the only one that has mentioned this. We had our office meeting a couple days ago, and we are going to see 3 more rate cuts, and that they could be as low. That could even bring the rate to as low as 3% or better. And I think for some of us who have variable mortgages, or if you're out shopping for a mortgage, that's good news. One more thing I should mention too, in terms of this being a great opportunity, which it is, never ever in the history of Canada, ever have we ever had this much inventory for sale and prices going down, and also we had low interest rates. I'll say that again, if I wasn't entirely clear. Never in the history of Canada have we ever had so much inventory for sale, such low prices, and low interest rates. Now, some of you are saying, well, yeah, we had rates at 1.5, 1.6. Yes, I know. That was that was really a world record. Honestly, that's unbelievable. But don't forget, we've also had rates 30 years ago for 22%. I think I've told you this. I think I've mentioned this story many times. My brother, back in the 80s, bought a house for 22%. And my dad told him, no, don't buy a house right now. Wait a year. Rates are coming down. My brother wouldn't listen, bought a house for 22% interest rates. After about 2 years, he lost the house. He was paying so much. He lost it. He went into bankrupt, everything. He couldn't buy for 10 more years. It basically ruined his credit for 10 years. He didn't listen. And, shortly after, rates went down. It went down to 9%. That was under the Mulroney, when Mulroney was president. That's what he campaigned for. He would lower rates. He did. I don't want to go into politics and all that. But that was what happened. So, and the thing to take away here is, there's a big opportunity. Rates are for the most part very good, and prices are very good. And once and they're coming down too. Interest rates are coming down a lot, as much as a point over the next 11 months. So this is a great opportunity, as I mentioned many times, and we will see a turnaround. We could be seeing a turnaround in the market as early as winter of 2026. Okay, thanks so much. Thanks so much for listening and watching my video here. Don't forget, if this is useful and you're getting value from my videos, please like, subscribe, share, and leave comments. It means the world to me. And again, if you have any questions about real estate, and if you want to get out and look at some properties, I've been featuring a lot of properties lately because a lot of them are coming out now. And here, don't forget to call me, text me, send me an email, send me a carrier pigeon, send smoke signals. Someone said they're going to send smoke signals. That was funny. And let's jump on a Zoom meeting. Let's meet for coffee. Love meeting for coffee. It's awesome. And I look forward to meeting you and helping you out. Really love to meet you, help you find a home. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much, everybody. And I'm going to have a great red day today. Thank you. And let's see you next week. Hey, have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Woohoo!